We have a lot of news right now about one of the largest monolithic corporations in the world, if not even the history of the world or soon to be. And that, of course, is Amazon, with more headlines in the news that we're going to be covering in this video, showing just how ruthless they are and on the clear path of world domination that they are on as well. But before we do that, we, by the way, are one of the few individuals who are still willing to criticize them and other powerful entities. And we're able to do that. We're able to do that because we have really amazing, incredible sponsors. And Jason, those sponsors are, drumroll, go.
They are you, the people, and that's why we have this little We Are Change clothing store here. We're not right or left. You'll notice the poopy sauce on the CNN and then the fake news with the Fox News parodies, because, again, we're not right or left. And you'll notice the demonetized because, hey, just about every video we put out, we're rolling the dice, baby. We're rolling the dice whether it's demonetized or not. It could be about Santa Claus giving presents to children, possible yellow dollar sign. Go ahead, Luke.
I did a video with at a dog cafe in Korea. Demonetized automatically. Literally, doesn't matter. It's the channel. It's what you stand for. We stand for questioning authority, and there can't be a bigger authority than Amazon right now. Now, there's a lot of headlines. There's a lot of things to get into. Some are depressing, but some do deserve some important context, because Amazon, just like cryptocurrencies, just like any huge new wave and influence and power, looks like it's definitely not going to go away anytime soon. They're re-strategizing a whole new shift in their business policy, and they just announced that they're going to be purging many small suppliers within their corporation. And of course, this article says, quote, "The move is supposed to help cut costs and focused wholesale purchasing on large brands like Procter & Gamble, Sony, and Lego. Amazon wants to ensure that the company has adequate supplies of, quote, must-have merchandise that will help it compete with companies like Target and Walmart."
Can I just stop you here? I just need to stop you because I think this needs some definition, all right? This is what I think, Luke. What are we really hearing? Listen, we already eviscerated Main Street for small businesses that were on your local town and, supplied people. We already did that. Now, those businesses that knew how to transition into the digital market and offer their goods and services and survive, we're going to cut their throats too. What do you think about that? Huh? We're not even going to let them compete anymore. Good times. Go ahead, Luke.
Yeah, I mean, the effects of this will be devastating, and we're going to see a lot of the smaller suppliers on Amazon just be completely cut off within the next few months. This is going to have a huge detrimental effect. It's going to make Walmart look like the cookie cutter, nice grandma down the block compared to its effect on middle America, compared to what Amazon is going to do. And again, we've been warning. A lot of people have been telling me, Luke, you got to get on Amazon. They have a whole clothing store. You could have your clothing. You could sell stuff on there. You can have an affiliate code. And I'm like, no. Are you not aware of the controversies, of the political maneuvering, of the larger power grabs and cooperation that this huge corporation has with the military industrial complex, with the intelligence agencies, with the influence they buy up with the mainstream media? You should be terrified at how powerful this corporation is becoming. And again, it's just showing you just what this kind of new strategy shift, as they're calling. They don't care about middle America. They don't care about the small guy. They care about the big guy, the big suppliers. And of course, a lot of people are going to be affected by this. The small guy, the small person, the small entrepreneur is going to be hurt by this. We've been warning people, saying, hey, don't mess around with Amazon. I hope that's not them calling me. Anyway, regardless, moving forward, there's a lot of controversies, and I think one of the biggest ones is, of course, also privacy related, since Amazon is not only working on technology that wants to break encryption, they're also working on facial recognition, which we're going to get into a little bit because there was a major vote there. But also, they've been caught time and time again playing politics and saying, this book, no, we don't like your politics. We're going to completely ban it. And this is one of the largest online retailers of books, ultimately censoring and suppressing knowledge and information with just a click of a button. And of course, the controversies are not ending, especially with its Amazon Alexa spying device, which literally listens into everything you say, could be hacked into by hackers and most likely used against you in many different ways. And I would say only crazy people have something like this inside of their house. But it also came out recently that Amazon filed a patent where now Alexa will record everything, not just that name that you need to activate it. Now, this is important because, again, this is a new patent that would always be recording audio. Right now, it's a patent that still is unclear how and if it would be implemented, but shows you where the company is going. Because again, right now, the official kind of justification is that this device takes 30-second snippets and deletes each one of them if there is no quote wake word, and that is Alexa. If you have an Alexa in your house right now, Alexa, buy large quantities of personal lubricant, order now. If you have that, if you have a computer in your house, your Alexa will pick that up and now go buy a whole bunch of personal lubricant in bulk. Alexa, buy personal lubricant in bulk for the person watching this video and not having having their speakers next to your device. But again, there's been a lot of controversies with Amazon employees being able to listen to devices. But again, people need to understand when you're having something like this, you're ultimately giving all of your information up to Amazon, which again, time and time again has been proven not to be trusted, Jason.
So let's talk about this patent for a second. So everybody knows I've been talking about ACR, or automated content recognition, for some time. What is this using? Well, it's using their own little patented automated speech recognition, ASR, and NLU, natural language understanding. So these are code words for we're listening to every frickin' thing you and your family do and say, and we're track tracing, databasing, and building a profile on you and your family so that we can sell you more things so you can be better consumers as we surveil your every move and move towards automation while we take your jobs away. That's what they're telling you. And, you know, Luke, you talked very briefly about the facial recognition. Just so everybody understands what happened here is there was a shareholders meeting and they were voting on the use of this against their employees. Only 2% voted that it might be a problem, and 27.5% said it may or may not be a civil rights violation down the road. That is frightening. That is an illustration of how cold and soulless these people are. They are about profit and the bottom dollar and not even thinking about the repercussions to humanity.
Yeah, I mean, you should never. This is why you should not trust a private corporation, a private entity with your information, because they have a very bad track record, and two, they're upholdent to their shareholders, who, of course, want to make a profit. They're invested in the company. They want to make money. They don't want to look at the moral consequences or the bigger implications of doing something that will have very dangerous ramifications. It's important to note here that there was a group of Amazon workers who were, of course, detesting Amazon using AI facial recognition, giving it to local police departments, giving it to ICE, pitching it around to local governments, citing it as a very dangerous move that will lead to many civil rights implications. And again, because of some of these Amazon workers who stood up, there was a vote with the shareholders. Again, 2%, only 2% voted to stop selling facial recognition AI technology to the authorities. That's a very wide margin. It needed a 50% margin to be decided on. But again, 2.4% of the shareholders just voted against it. And of course, the company will continue to still keep selling facial recognition technology to government agencies. They're also working on artificial intelligence. There was a second proposal that, of course, called for a study to look into how this software potentially could harm civil rights and privacy. That vote garnished 27.5% support, not enough support. You need 50% support for the measure to pass through. And the company won't even be looking at investigating if there's going to be any harm with artificial intelligence facial recognition being given to local government agencies and police forces. This is a huge move. And again, it just shows you can't really trust the corporation whose main purpose is to raise the stock price of its company. That's what it's for. That's why it's such a powerhouse, because it's been more cutthroat than anybody else in the industry. It's also been more intelligent than anyone else in the industry. If you look at Jeff Bezos and some of his strategies, he many times made sure that he was at a loss. He made sure that he strategized his business so it wasn't profitable in the beginning. But right now, he did that in order to destroy his competition. He has pretty much destroyed everyone in the online field. There's still some few competitors, but nothing stands out as much as Amazon and their tentacles literally enwrapped in almost every aspect of our life. It's not just a place to get cheap Chinese slave-made goods over to you in one day. No, the larger implications are with media, are with the government, are with local police departments, are with the Pentagon, are with the Washington Post, are with also a lot of other things that we don't even know about, which includes a lot of things that will have a huge detrimental effect to our freedoms and our liberties. And that's only going to become more endangered as this corporation becomes more and more powerful. And again, they're doing this all with the cooperation, all with the work of the U.S. government. And it's absolutely insane that all these things are happening, and very few people are ringing the alarm bells, but there's a lot of alarms to be rang here, Jason.
Yeah, absolutely, Luke. Let's not be naive. The man sitting before us right here, that's a parody, but a pretty spot on one. Like you said, he's been able to maneuver paying no taxes, hiding his own wealth in stocks and shares, paying himself, $80,000 a year, while he decimates his competition and works with the government, works with the NSA, buys up media outlets, is going to help other media outlets like BuzzFeed that are going under to control that narrative. And look, we're doing our best, folks, to break the control of that narrative. And that's why in just a couple hours, Luke is going to board a plane to Switzerland, because in less than 48 hours, the elite of the elite will be arriving there for Bilderberg 2019. Folks, they actually kept it secret that long. Longer the days gone that James Tucker and anyone else in the alternative media can get the leak this year, and it's just a tough one. Luke, you got anything to say about that? We are almost at our goal right now, almost at 2,500. I want to thank everybody who did contribute, and if you can help us out, believe me, we want to push this forward. We're not betting that Luke isn't getting arrested this year.
I don't want to. I wanted you to go there with me, so I'm not the only one having to deal with this, or at least have a camera person in the background, as of course the inevitable altercations and searches and stops are going to endure with Bilderberg. But again, doesn't matter. I'm still going out there. Wish me the best of luck. And I want to thank everyone again for supporting us and caring about the issues and actually having a real discussion and dialogue around them. And of course, I look forward to the comments in this particular video. We're ringing their alarm bells for Amazon. It's a big concern that's only going to keep affecting us more as we keep a blind eye to it. And the only thing stopping a lot of these mega corporations from going out of their bounds and doing a lot of illegal things and doing things that will hurt us is, of course, us raising our voice together against it. That's why we're called We Are Change. And I want to thank you for being a part of that. Stay tuned for more here on where else? WeAreChange.org.